What is the stupidest thing your other half has ever said or done? She said this on the phone to her parents while trying to explain where we were. We were following that car ahead of us. I couldn't keep from laughing. In high school, my girlfriend said, "You know what I just realized? There isn't a single state that starts with the letter F. We went to school in Florida." At the time, my now ex-wife and I had just started dating. For dinner, I cooked a roast in my multi-cooker. After dinner, she helped me with the dishes. I walked into the kitchen and I saw that ex had put the entire multi-cooker in the sink. I asked what she was doing. She replied that she was washing it. She didn't realize that the bowl of the multi-cooker could be taken out to wash it. After I explained this to her, she said, "I guess I didn't need to put in the sink hole." I replied, "No." She leaned over and unplugged the multi-cooker. I have no idea about what miracle she didn't get electrocuted. One day my husband called me at work. "Baby, you are going to be mad. I made a mess, but don't worry, I'll take care of it." I didn't even bother to ask what was wrong, just sighed. I got home a little later and found the entire living room covered in ashes by my husband. Dirty from head to toe, standing there with a trash bag and a broom. He had an expression of overpanic on his face. Turns out he wanted to help me clean the house and decided to clean the fireplace. My husband decided the best way to do it was to stand in front of it with a garbage bag and use a leaf blower to blow out the ashes. Spoiler, that didn't work. I didn't want to hurt his feelings, but I laughed my ass off anyway. Our oldest child was born in December 2004. That was the year we learned that London had applied to host the 2012 Olympics. It was announced that children born on December 20, 2004 would be allowed into the 2012 Olympics for free. My husband asked, "But what if these kids aren't very good at sports?" I had to delicately explain to him that it was only about being able to watch the games for free. In my native language, maple and moose are almost the same word. To make a long story short, my girlfriend thought that maple syrup was made from moose antlers. One day my girlfriend and I went on a hike in a local nature preserve. We were given a map at the entrance to help us navigate the area. Later during the walk she looked at the map and said to me, "These maps really should have points like 'You are here now.'" It took me a second to realize what she meant. Then I explained to her that it was a regular paper map and that it would be impossible. It took me 4 and 5 tries before it got through to her. My wife and I were on a walk in the countryside where the farmers' fields were full of cows and sheep. She looked at one distant field for a long time, turned in my direction and asked, "Why do they keep birds in the field?" My boyfriend said this as we admired the beautiful night sky. Wow, there is so much we don't know about the universe yet. Like where the stars go during the day. Are they still in the same place? If not, where do they go? He said this in complete seriousness. My boyfriend picked up our friend's keys, mistaking one of her keychains for a laser pointer. It was paper spray. He sprayed a considerable amount on his face and I was sitting next to him, so I got a gut dose of it too. For the next 30 minutes everyone in the apartment was coughing, dying and trying to ventilate the room. Even our friend who was showering on the second floor left the effects, but I still loved him. We were driving down the road and saw a horse standing with his head poking his head out of the gate. I slowed down and my girlfriend stuck her head out the window and yelled, "Moo!" Once when I was still dating my now wife, she and I jokingly started pinching each other while I was driving. Probably not the best idea, but we were young. She started to get angry and pinched me harder, but the right arm was intertwined with her left arm. She pinched herself thinking it was me and pinched so hard that she screamed and got angry. Her next reaction was so funny that I might have crashed the car. She decided to get back at me by pinching herself even harder and shrieked even louder. I don't know how, but she didn't realize it was her hand entwined with my hand, even though I couldn't even reach it in the position. She started pouting because I was laughing. Even when I just remember how confused she was and then came to a standstill, it always makes me want to laugh. A girl I dated in high school. She lived in a neighboring town and they had a power outage all over town. She called me in tears because she had a lot of of homework to do. I offered her to come to my house because we had electricity. She yelled at me, "How dare you suggest I drive? How am I supposed to drive? It's not like my headlights are going to be on." We didn't date for very long after that. When I gave birth to our daughter, my husband asked, "Do you want to her belly button to be in or out?" It was a strange question, but I didn't pay much attention to it. So I just replied that it didn't matter to me. Both kinds of belly button look cool. Then he said, "Okay, but when the doctor asked about it, which kind of belly button should we choose for her?" He thought that when the doctor was clamping the umbilical cord, he was asking the parents what kind of belly button they preferred. He actually smart, I swear.